What is my real height? Who asked this? Hi everyone, I'm Brooke Van Sickle and I am gonna answer your guys' questions. So first question is, what is my favorite Filipino food? That's a good one. I really like sinigang a lot, like definitely big sinigang fan. Any kind of type. Salmon preferred is a very good one. Also, I really like, anything ube, puto. So who would you want to team up with in the PVL aside from your current teammates? This one, I think this would be so fun to play with Savannah Davidson. I think she is an absolute beast on the court. She's so physical. So it'd just be really fun to be able to, she is my friend, so be able to share the same court would be really cool. What is my real height? Who asked this? So long story, as I normally am 5'8", but I had back surgery back in like 2019. So I've been kind of shrinking. So I think I'm like 5'7.5" feet now, which I think that's, I don't know in centimeters, like 173 maybe. What type of serve do you hate receiving the most? Floaters, guaranteed, especially one of those like ones where someone just gets a good contact, good pop, and they just move super hard. And if it's fast, that's bonus points. I'm gonna shank it. Just kidding, maybe not, but okay, next one. Going into your third year in PBL, what skill do you think improved a lot throughout your stint so far? That's a good one. I would say either serving? No, maybe defense. This one's a tough one. Sometimes I would say maybe overall probably blocking, because before I came to the Philippines, I did do beach volleyball only, so I was a defender. So it took a little bit to get back into the blocking mentality. But here it's just because a lot of the times every ball is like in system and super fast. So I have a hard time sometimes with getting on time to the hitter. Very fast ball set here. What is your favorite film of all time? I'm gonna say The Proposal. Yep. I'm a lover girl. I know I seem very serious on the court. I just want to win, okay? But no, I'm a good time. I would say like I'm very quirky but lover girl, so definitely The Proposal. Because you know how like Sandra Bullock, she's like, oh, she comes off as intense, and then she's like, just kidding. Do you think you can bring the championship to your new team? I hope so. I really hope so. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, that's the goal for everyone, is a championship, right? So it's going to be very hard, this PBL conference. There's a lot of change that happened, and I would definitely say the level is really high this conference. We got, players rejoining the PBL as well. So I'm really excited for some good volleyball, and I don't want to think about the future too, far. I want to just focus each game one at a time, yeah. So you can't get too ahead of yourself. Just take it as it is. Stay calm, collected, and as a whole, good teammates, and try to make magic work. So that's the goal. What was your hardest loss, and what did it teach you? Let's see. There's a lot of losses. That's the name of the game, right? You win some, you lose some. It's just what you take from it, right? You got to stay optimistic, got to stay patient, and still stay hungry no matter what the outcomes are. But I would say so far, probably my hardest loss here was against Creamline in my first reinforced conference. Not this past one, but the one before, yeah. We lost against Creamline going into the knockout round, and I just remember it was my second conference overall, so just came off of podiuming in the All-Filipino. We got third, and then I just thought, hey, let's build the momentum. We podium, let's continue, to keep rising. And yeah, unfortunately, we got knocked out. I think we finished maybe seventh. So it was a little heartbreaking, but I tried my hardest, and that's all you can do, right? Just try your best, stay grateful for the sport, and stay grounded. So, I mean, there's a lot of lessons to learn, and you know, you just got to keep moving forward. What are some local Hawaiian foods you can recommend? So if you guys are gonna visit Oahu, I would definitely suggest to go to Ono's Poke. It's like on Kahala or Kapahulu, sorry, but it's really good. So if you like poke, fresh fish, that's one of my favorite places to go. But you gotta check the time, okay? Because sometimes they make weird times or sometimes they're closed on not great days. But I also really enjoy eating acai bowls. So a good one too is to go to Health Bar, also like in Honolulu area by Diamond Head. That's one thing, is like you got to add the poi too, okay? Like that's game changer. It's a very unique taste. Like not a lot of people like poi, right? But I definitely highly recommend add it to your side bowls, okay? What has changed with your style after playing so much in the Philippines? What has definitely, everything can be, I try to stay calm a lot. So I think the style of play is definitely being a lot more quick twitch when it comes to blocking and trying to like not necessarily block the ball. Like I think a lot of people think like, oh, when it comes to blocking you have to block the ball, get kill blocks, right? But to be honest, like if I get a kill block, like, oh, it's a cherry on top. But for me, I try to just stay aggressive and try to just go for soft blocks, because a lot of the times you don't really have a lot of time, so you just got to make sure you try to slow it down for your teammates behind you so you can get good touches. And one with hitting is that before I used to always just, and I'm still kind of like this sometimes, but I'm like, oh, hit, just keep hitting. And I think since I've been here, I'm got better at just recycling the ball or knowing when to, like the green light to full swing and green light to not, you know, red light. So a lot of recycling, which is good because my teammates always, you know, they're there to support me and cover me. So it works out very well. Aside from MJ and Iris, which PBL players are you closest to? See, this one, I would say definitely, I talk to Savannah a lot, and definitely Alohi, because, you know, same island, same background, everything. So Alohi also is one of my day ones OGs. So besides that, I mean, I talk to all my teammates. They're all very good friends. I talk to a lot of the girls, especially I got to know a lot of the girls from other teams from Alas, so I'm very happy. Like Gia's super cool, De Guzman. But yeah, it's been phenomenal just being able to get to know everyone. And yeah, so I'm really grateful for my little stint with Alas and, you know, breaking barriers with the team. So now everyone got to know me a little bit, and I got to know them. So I would definitely say, you know, I've been here for 2 years, so now I got a lot of friends in other teams, but still taking it serious though when we step on the court. How would you compare Philippine volleyball to NCAA? I don't know if they mean NCAA like over in the US. Okay. I would say the main difference is definitely like this. Some teams in the US and NCAA, some of them run fast, but typically their fast is like high fast. Here it can be like very low fast. And I would say, yeah, here it's just a lot of quicker. So that's how I said I was like struggle in the blocks sometimes, just because the tempo and the systems are ran faster than the States. Like you have a little bit more time to be able to get over and like press more. And then I will also say here, the defense is a lot more gritty. So in the States, yes, like when you get to like I'm speaking as a whole NCAA, like when you get to like, yes, the Final Four, top four in NCAA, like of course they're very scrappy, very good, very high level, everything, like those girls are phenomenal. But when you take it as a whole, I would say Philippine volleyball is definitely like scrappier in a sense, like that grit mentality. So like US, a lot of the girls are very tall, very big, but here it's built with speed, a lot of like resilience in the Philippines, and a lot of heart. So I would say, yeah, defense, there's some incredible defenders in this league, especially some of the liberos are like top tier. So it's really fun to play here. You get challenged every day, every game is hard. Oh, someone said I love you. I love you too. Let's see. Someone says, hi Brooke, what's your after game or after training go-to food? Honestly, I'm pretty bad at this. Like normally after I'm done training, especially if it's a hard one, I'm just so like I need like 10 minutes of breather time. Like I'm just exhausted. Like I need to like gain some energy back. So usually like, I know, you guys know how it is. Like you come home from a long day of work, you're exhausted. It's really hard to like make food and prepare. So I've been very good with meal prepping. That's like a big must for me, or else if I don't meal prep, I get home and I eat anything in sight. I also like, I mean, as an athlete, sometimes, yes, I should be eating very well and hydrating very well. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. Nobody's perfect. Quick and easy. They just opened a Shake Shack like, downstairs from where I live. So yeah, I indulge for sure, as everyone should. Treat yourself. Who among other PBL players amaze you when you play against her team or them? I would say definitely, it's just, here in the Philippines, everyone has their own style of play, which is awesome to see. Like, I feel like everyone has like their own little thing that they do, right? And I think it's just awesome to be able to see the diversity in skills and everything, and just like everyone's attitudes and how they like their demeanor and how they carry themselves on the court. But like, I'm always going to say this, but I think Cece is like a phenomenal athlete. Like, she's just so athletic, so like passionate, and so focused and locked in. Like, she definitely inspires a lot of people I know, like a lot of players in the PBL, and I know fans as well. So she's just phenomenal. And like I was to say, there's a lot of players. Like I could go across like all very good players. So definitely Cece is one of my favorites. Obviously Savannah, Aya. Like you got all the girls. You got Vanny. You got Gia. Yeah, Gia. That girl is a leader, born leader. She knows, she's so cool. Like, I wish I could play with her again, hopefully. Hi, Brooke. What is your favorite thing about your new team, Nxled? All the girls, like everyone's just super cool, very welcoming. Everyone's just like very family, yeah. So I think the transition, I mean, Sayang, you know, Petrogas no more, but it's okay. You know, change is good. I think it's always a good thing to embrace, and everyone's been really good. I think it also helps that, you know, a lot of the Petro girls came to Nxled with me, and I know our team owners are very close and very like family-like. So we're not new to the Nxled girls because we would always practice in Phil Oil, or majority of the time we'll practice in Phil Oil with them. So we'd always see them, and they're always super kind and like welcoming. So it's been a really easy transition, especially with the coaching staff. Like everyone's super awesome. Management has been phenomenal. So yeah, I'm just grateful to, you know, have a home and, you know, get to wear the green. I think the jerseys look pretty good. Like I was a little, you know, I've never wore this color green before, so I was a little nervous, but I really think it brings out, you know, the undertones really well. So MJ was also a little scared, but I think it looks very good. Do you have any specific routine or ritual you follow before a game? Yeah, I do. I try to stay very like game day rituals as much as possible to help, like, you know, my mentality and stay consistent. So I always, without fail, I always have pancakes. Sometimes I dabble in waffles, but usually pancakes. I have to have, like, I just eat so much food. Like I do like a brunch and have like a little small meal usually before games. But yeah, normally I'm like probably consuming like 1,000 calories in one meal for breakfast, but I also drink a lot of coffee. So usually on game days, I have my little cold brew, and then I'll have another coffee on the way. Gotta, you know, get the mind woke, and also, you know, get the body doing its functions, and, you know, make sure you don't have to go to the bathroom during games, you know. So I'd be doing that. And just having my headphones in, I listen to my music, make sure I get locked in, play my playlist, talk to my parents a lot. I typically do that just to like try to calm the nerves, the butterflies. So I talk to loved ones to help. Do you want to play with Love or Major League or other countries as well, or do you want to stay here in the Philippines for quite a while? I would say I don't have any plans on going to the American leagues. Love Volleyball is definitely a very high level league. And then also there's another one, the MLV. You would have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's called MLV now. the one that a lot of the imports play in. I did consider it at one point. Did talk to a couple teams, but this was before I ever came to the Philippines, and still no, like I was very set on coming here to the Philippines and playing here. It was, how I always said since day one, like it's my dream to play here, and it still is. Like I'm living a dream, and I'm just, again, grateful to be here. And no, like I think I'm gonna be here for a while, so you guys gotta get used to me. I'm trying to learn Tagalog, okay? I know a little bit now. I'm not gonna sample. Don't ask. I'm shy. A konti lang only. Who's your all-time favorite player? You know, I actually really like Mayu Ishikawa, big time, just because I think it's very easy for people to watch women's volleyball, and obviously looking at the top players in the country in the world, they're very phenomenal, very high-level athletes. It's very awesome to watch. But I think for me, I try to stay a little bit realistic. Like Mayu is maybe around my height, like maybe an inch taller. I think she might be like 5'9", I believe. So I try to, I look up to her as like an idol, just because she's just a phenomenal player. Like she's going toe to toe with all these really tall women, and yeah. So I like a good underdog shorty. BBS, would you rather be a setter, libero, or a middle blocker? So fun fact, when I was growing up and I played before college, I actually was a setter hitter. So I would actually set when I would get to the back row, hit when I'd get to the front. So when I was going to college, I actually was recruited to be a setter. And then when I went to Oregon, I actually was supposed to be a libero, because like I'm considered very short in the States. So I'm supposed to be a lib, and then DS'd a little bit, you know. Had a senior, you know, ate that was very good, and then people got hurt, and then I had to, again, you know, get into the mindset of hitting, which was good, and then went to Hawaii, hit there. So I've been around the block with some positions. Sometimes I would play middle blocker for fun against, you know, when I was a coach back in Hawaii. So I would say I'm gonna stick with outside. I think it's just fun because it can be hard sometimes. You gotta do all skills, and it's easy to be able to rely on a different skill. If one's not working out, then it's like, okay, well then I'm gonna pass, or I'm gonna play defense really well if my hitting's not the best. Versus like if you're just a setter, and like you got defense still and you got other things, but that's so much stress. Like I know Philippines is very like critiquey on like setters here, but like that's the hardest job. Like I would honestly put setters as the hardest position, then middle blockers as second. Like I know that's like a controversial, okay, but as a setter, you have to deal with the pressure. You gotta touch every ball basically, and you're the game player. Like you're really like like a setter, you gotta do everything. Like you gotta make sure you gotta know who's hot, who's not. You gotta stay grounded when it's high intensity. You gotta deliver good sets, you know, make your hitters look good. So I think it's just really hard, like having, you know, the mental capacity to deal with that. No, thank you. If you were not playing volleyball, what would you be doing? So here's the thing, is I'm very go with the flow. You know, I think everything happens for a reason, and I do think about it. I think about it here and there, and I'm not too stressed. I have some ideas, but I mean, I'm not entirely freaked out. For those who do not know, I do have my master's in marketing management, so I can always go back to the States and start working. But I don't know, maybe I just love volleyball so much to where that's all I've known, right? I've been playing since I was like in 4th grade, 3rd grade, and I just love the sport. Like it's part of my identity. I think I would probably maybe try to be a coach, or like be just around sports. Like I love sports so much. Like maybe be an agent, maybe be an AD of like, that would be like my dream. If I can go back to University of Hawaii and be like an AD there and just be around sports, or even go into marketing, do sports there, that would be awesome. Just because, yeah, I'm an athletic girly pop, and it's just fun. It's fun to do, you know? So other than that, you know, still young, and I don't think anyone should be stressed. I mean, it's good to have a 5-year plan, but it's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay to take it as it is, and just as long as you stay optimistic, have a good mind, positive, I think everything always works out. So good, positive vibes. And I think that is it. That's the last question, right? So thank you for all your questions. I'm sorry I couldn't answer all of them, but phenomenal. Thank you so much. And you guys are great. Continue to ask more for the other people, Harder questions though. Let's go. But thank you so much, and I hope you continue to watch and support PVL, and go Chameleons, Thank you.